I'm 88 years old, and someone asked her the other day if I would know them. And I said, well, I know the poem I learned when I was in the first grade. I come home from school crying. Mama was cooking supper. And I said, Mama, I've got to learn this poem and get up in front of the class and tell it. And I can't do it. Mama said, is the other kids going to do it? And I said, yes. And she said, if they can do it, you can do it. She said, there's a pallet in there by the fireplace. Go in there and lay down on the pallet and say it over and over and over and over. And when I get through cooking supper, I'll come in there and you can tell it to me. So I went in there and laid down on the pallet while she was cooking supper, and I said it over and over and over and over. And when she got supper with and come in there, she took my book from me where I couldn't see it, and then she told me to tell her. This big old guy was standing by this your ferry, had on overalls and a big old red shirt and a big old woolly hat on and boots. Big old burly looking guy with boots and fur hat and red shirt. And this little girl was standing there with her full size coat and her boots and a boggin. And she looked up to that guy, and I could still see the pictures on the front of that little book. And she looked up at him and she said, ferry me across the water, do boatman do. And he said, if you've a penny in your purse, then I will ferry you. And she said, but I've no penny in my purse, but please, boatman, do. And I ran back to my seat and sat down. My heart was just beating out of me. And when I got home, Mama said, well, did you do it? And I said, yes. And I made a good grade, Mama, but I was scared.